Hey, what's up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter? I want to talk about Operation Gun Grab today. I'm just gonna get right into it. They're about to take our guns. Right now, they're setting up shop in certain cities and states, and they're asking you to de-arm yourself or turn in your guns. But see, Operation Gun Grab is gonna be different. They're coming in your house and take your guns. Sandy Hook, Columbine, all those shootings were done by the government, just like 9/11, so they could go over there and continue to kill those people and take their oil. But they had to have a reason to go because they don't want to look like the United States don't want to look like the monster that it is. So they had to create 9/11. They have a reason to go over there. So now in the Constitution it states that we can't be de-armed. So they have to go around it. So they're creating all these horrific, senseless deaths dealing with guns, dealing with kids. So it'll really get to your heart. So you'll give it up. Like, hey, just take the guns. It's too much violence. And that's what they counted on when they did this, because they're sick and they're evil. Y'all can keep sitting around thinking I'm just talking and people just talking. But these people are going to take our guns. The reason this country has never been invaded is because we have too many. We have more guns than our military. And that's why no country has ever invaded the United States. But Mr. Obama and the ones who pull his strings are about to change that. So when you hear about these militia in the United States, you might want to embrace them, because they're not these white militia. They're not against blacks or Asians, or it's not racial. They're against the government, and they well armed. And I suggest y'all start getting well armed, because you keep listening to people like me and brushing it off or embracing it as a conversation piece. But the time finna come real. I ain't talking about no 10, 20 years from now. I'm talking about in months. We already under martial law. New world order. The Bible says the Antichrist's goal is to have a one governed world. Sound familiar? New world order. You're gonna have one president for the whole world. One currency called a Amero. Dollar bill, $20 bill, $100 bill. That's gonna be paper you're gonna be kicking on the ground. The real currency is as far as since the world been here, is gold and silver and land. That's why all these companies making these commercials and saying we'll buy your gold and silver. I don't care if it's broke. You know what I'm saying? They don't care what it looks like. They want what's worth something, because they know money ain't never been worth nothing. It ain't never been real. But let me get back to this gun thing. So I've been calling home and telling family members for the longest, look, man, start hiding your guns, buy as many bullets as you can. And I'm not telling you this to go out and kill, but they finna come out and kill you. They finna, man, there's hundreds of concentration camps in the United States right now. All of them got guillotines in them, because the Bible said if you refuse the mark of the beast, you gotta get your head chopped off. If you refuse the New World Order and this chip, that's what's gonna happen to you. They even got it's an order gonna be passed that they're gonna gas all inmates. See, if you close your mind to the history you got taught in school, and open your mind up to true knowledge and realize what real history is, you'll understand that the founders of this country are Satanists, or Freemasons and homosexuals. Freemasons signed the Constitution. Freemason wrote the Constitution. They were smoking hemp and getting drunk off whiskey, smoking cigarettes when they wrote the Constitution. Hemp was a big thing back then. The paper they used, the paper the Constitution was written on, the flags of the battleship, the clothes they wore, the uniforms, all of it was made out of hemp. It ain't no surprise that they legalizing weed, and that ain't a good thing. Because if you smoke you 2 blunts and get in the car and get pulled over, you're going to jail, because that's going to be equivalent to being drunk. They finna load up these facilities, aka concentration camps, in all types of ways. And when you get in there, they're gonna put you to sleep. What Hitler did ain't got nothing on what we finna go through. Sandy Hook. When the police first got there, they interviewed a little girl. She said the police were on the roof and outside the window before the shooting even happened. The so-called shooting even happened. The police was already there. That's why the high school students were at bowling. They were bowling at like 9 in the morning. They wanted the high school students going away from the school, because they knew it was going to be some things going on around that school campus that a little child wasn't going to really, what they thought a little child wasn't going to be able to tell, but that's the that's the best witness to have around as a little child, that little innocent, pure mind that's built not to lie. Okay? So then a little boy said it sounded like a janitor kicked something over. Then another little boy said it sounded like somebody kicked the door. Now the 911 caller said that it sounded like, said that they heard hundreds and hundreds of bullets or gunfire. So how can you get hundreds of rounds of bullets being let off mixed up with a janitor kicking, knocking something over, somebody kicking the door? And why weren't the parents allowed to see their kids that were supposedly shot? Why was it a man running behind the school who owned the car that the supposedly shooter drove up there, and the man was a convicted felon and child molester, and then when they caught him, they questioned him and let him go? Why did the father get on TV to speak about him being a victim of the school shooting, saying his daughter got shot, when his daughter never attended Sandy Hook? And the same daughter he posting a picture up on the news on saying that she got killed, the next day she was sitting in President Obama's lap along with 5 other kids. Before he got on the news to speak, he was back there laughing and talking with some men. He didn't know the cameras on, and then turned around and started putting on this fake little crime show talking about he's a victim. Y'all better wake up. It's fixing to be, Obama ordered 1.4 billion hollow point bullets because it's going to be civil unrest in the United States. Now y'all can keep ignoring this and Terry, oh man, Terry, he tripping. Okay. The Bible said for the lack of knowledge, many gonna perish. So for y'all who thinking like that, y'all have a lack of the knowledge I'm trying to give you, and you gonna perish. See, the joke is gonna be on you. I got it. I'm following him. I'm following his knowledge, and I go by his standards of peace and love. That's why I got a reggae playing right now. You know, I told my people I wasn't gonna smoke no blunt while I'm on this. I'm gonna, respect their wishes and go and get this out so they can tell their people about it. I'm right. You can still judge me on the old person who I used to be. That's a battle you got to deal with, because I know it ain't true. I know who I am now. I understand my life. My life was to put me in preparation for what I'm doing right now. People say, man, be careful. Be careful for what? I ain't scared. Y'all can live in fear if you want to. I ain't gonna live in fear. For what? Scared of these gay men dressed in suits sitting behind a desk pulling string. I ain't scared of what? You put one of them in front of me, he gonna piss his pants because he's a coward. Come get me if you want it. I'm not going, and you're not gonna leave. See, y'all have to get military minded. See, everybody's so holier than thou. God ain't no pushover. You already know that if you read your Bible, God ain't no pushover. So he don't want you to be one. If they're telling you without this computer chip, you're not gonna be able to buy nothing, buy no food, buy no water, you think God wants you to keep sitting going to church? Oh Lord, please save us. Save yourself. He gave you the information. I don't know how long this is gonna go on before he come back and get rid of all this foolishness on this earth. But until he do, there's some things you're gonna need to know to be in preparation. My family back home, if y'all knew like I do, everybody moved back to Mitchell Hill. Start growing corn and peas and okra and squash and raising cows and horses and chickens again. See, the enemy got a lot of y'all so closed-minded and so stuck back in traditional ways. You ain't gonna embrace this. You better. My family, friends, foes, strangers, you better embrace this, because I'm telling you, it's called Operation Gun Grab. They coming in your house, they trying to tell you right now you can keep your little rifle. No, you ain't gonna have nothing. So really, they trying to leave a nigga in the house with a BB gun. They don't want you to have nothing with a clip, nothing to shoot more than 9 times. Because they don't want you to have nothing to protect yourself. They don't want you to have what they got. So when they come to your house and say, hey, we got to give your kids this poisonous vaccine, or hey, we're going to need y'all to evacuate to come to this facility, a.k.a. concentration camp, or Hey, we're gonna need you and your family. You know, how you gonna protect yourself? How you gonna protect your loved ones? How you gonna protect your house against these good people who ain't got nothing to eat because they didn't take the chip and they hungry, they want to come break in your house and get your food. It's all about my organization called Kingdom Soul. It's about unity. It's all it's about is releasing the knowledge that God continues to lead me to, and get us to get unity in this thing, because it's all about divide and conquer. See, with so much division with racism and gangs and drugs and homosexuality, all this division in the world, that's why they do that, so they can pick us out group by group, family by family. But see, I know that's why God created me. See, people thought I was just here to go to jail and be freaky and have all the women and all this old crap. I asked God, I said, God, I don't want to leave this earth known as that man. And I knew I wouldn't. I knew I had a purpose on this earth. So you better take heed. They laughed at Noah. Oh, he's a drunk. They wish they would have got on that ark. You better stop paying attention to what the messenger used to do and look at what he's doing and what he's talking about. So it's plain and simple. If you want to protect your soul and your family, and it ain't just gonna be our military, because we got military and FBI and policemen who quitting. I know people who done resigned because of what's gonna happen. They're not going along with it. So that's why they're gonna have NATO and other foreign troops over here patrolling us. And the mind control military from the United States, that they didn't turn this straight mad. That's why when they get them, they call all soldiers dumb. The government call them dumb, because they get them in and brainwash them, then they turn them loose, and they're gonna turn them loose on us. And it's gonna be a lot of bloodshed, because it's like I said, America's got a lot of guns, and we're gonna use them. So, like I said, I'm not promoting violence. I'm promoting protection. See that man right there, the Honorable Louis Minister Farrakhan, he buying land. He buying thousands and thousands of acres of land right now, because he knows you ain't gonna be able to go to the grocery store here soon. So how you gonna eat? See, y'all keep listening and then you listen to stuff like this, and then you go about your day. Stop being stupid and ignorant and getting in groups of other ignorant and stupid people, and then want to discuss with people like me talking about we tripping. Now y'all tripping. You want to surround yourself around a bunch of dummies who don't know nothing, and y'all gonna get caught up. Y'all gonna get caught up. You're gonna be somewhere sitting in a concentration camp in line waiting to get your head chopped off by one of these guillotines, wishing you would have listened to me. I'm gonna be somewhere with the minister or somewhere I didn't with my group didn't found out a spot where we gonna go, or coincide with other groups, and we're gonna be eating off the land. Farrakhan calling for all gang members, a nationwide call for all gang members to come protect the land, because they soldiers. The enemy took them and turned them into wicked vigilantes, causing genocide in their own race. But we soldiers. Tell you what, camouflage men and government officials, you gonna have to take my life. I ain't gonna be no slave, and lives are gonna be taken trying to get my life. And if you did ever some way get me locked up, get me to a facility, it's gonna be an uprising there, because I'm a rebel. I'm a kingdom soldier. But the general and the head honcho of my army is Allah, God, the Almighty. So I can't be defeated. It's inevitable that I win. It's written that I win, because I'm in the kingdom. So I caution all of y'all to understand that you have shares, and just go on YouTube and just look up the uproar about the gun control. Man, it's going to be mass slaughter in the United States. See, y'all running around here thinking Obama finna save the day. Obama is a homosexual, a member of the Illuminati and Freemasons. He with it. He with it like Bush and Cheney and Reagan, he with it like all of them was except for Kennedy and Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. That's why you seeing all this stuff about Lincoln was a vampire, all these different movies. See, these people are sick and wicked. And they'll degrade a man once he's gone just so his credibility will never be made strong or known again. But see, people like that, see, you know when God has sent somebody, because even when they gone, they memory and they struggle walking and they message, it can't go nowhere. Everything in my house is about Bob Marley. Because see, it ain't just a lot of people, especially white people, a lot of people embrace Rastafarian or reggae because of the marijuana. See, y'all smoking it for fun, y'all abusing it. In my heart, I know marijuana was put here for a reason. Okay? And the enemy do too. We ain't gonna talk about that because I don't want y'all to think I'm on here trying to promote drugs or what y'all call drugs, whatever. But I embrace that man because he had love in his heart. That man was bringing people. He could bring countries together, nations together. He was a threat. Y'all think he just sung reggae and got hot? No, you better study. You know what I'm saying? You got to get knowledge. You got to get knowledge. So I say to my people back home, and like I said, I'm not like a lot of my family members have took upon themselves to start gaining knowledge. You know, Dante and my cousin Brandon. But see, those are soldiers, and we all got our different ranks in this kingdom soldier thing. Yeah. You know, people have always outcast me and called me the black sheep or whatever. But when I began to grow and understand myself, then I came to realize they were missing out on a good person. They were missing out on a special person because I understood me, and people still to this day don't really understand. You can see me get on this video clowning and having acting a fool, and you'll be like, oh, he's the same old. Nah, I am still me. I still like to have fun, clown, act silly. That's me. That's how I always been. That's my person. So stop being so judgmental and just lock in on this thing with me, man. Black power, unity, love. That's what this is all about. Of all races, man. Hold up. Okay. See, I get emotional because it's like if you watch your kids going to school and you know that bus gonna crash when they get down the street, but you need to get word to your kids, don't get on that bus, but they can't hear you. Some of them won't listen instead of walking towards the bus. That's how I feel. I know for a fact we're finna go to World War III. I know for a fact we have concentration camps. I know for a fact they got guillotines. I know for a fact we're finna be forced to get a computer chip. Okay? I know for a fact they're finna come to our houses and take our guns and start injecting our kids with vaccines, poisonous vaccines. I know for a fact that in the new flu shot they got a vaccine and it causes you to slow down so you can be easy to be controlled. If you don't think zombies is real, look out in the world. And that's going to get worse. See, it's a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not going to jump on a lot of subjects like I used to. I'm going to focus on the gun control because y'all got to understand when you watch the news every day and you hear another meeting of guns. See, that's a horse and pony show. Because they already got the agenda is to come in your house and get your gun, but they can't just throw that out right off. They got to ease into it. So you got time to prepare for all of this. If you stop being ignorant and don't get offended when I use the word ignorant, because ignorance is a lack of knowledge. So if you stop being ignorant or too stupid to open your mind to even play with the knowledge, even humor, just to see if you something you want to give yourself a chance to believe or look into. like I said, if we don't come together, if y'all don't begin to take upon yourselves to see, we got to get to the older people in our family, the ones that's going to be a little harder to convince. But it shouldn't. Those are the churchgoers. They should know it's in everything I'm talking about in the Bible. So if people need, that's what I'm saying. People got to really stop. See, a lot of Christians like to, when they go to church, they clock in and they clock out before they leave out. They laugh at the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Pentecostals or whatever. I don't embrace their religion, but I do embrace their integrity. I embrace their willpower to go out and serve the Lord, to go out and to be missionaries. I respect that. But most Christians talk about it, talk about everybody, want to talk about a lot of issues, but they sit home and eat collard greens, and not all of them. You got Christians that go out and do missionary work, but overall, I'm telling you from my experience, and that's another reason why I embrace the Nation of Islam, because it's about structure. It's about getting your mind back. Because when we came over here, the enemy stole our identity, stole our history. Anything we ever knew about ourselves, it got taken away. So when you see me with the African colors and the reggae and all of that, just that ain't a fad with me. I'm embracing who I am again. That's why my name is Terrance X. The X represents the unknown. My ancestors were at a Williams plantation. So Master Williams was raping, my great aunties and grannies and the women. Men getting hung and tarred and feathered, burned alive, ears cut off, and tongues cut off at what they call their picnics, pick a nigger. And I'm supposed to walk around with that man's name on me. I've been doing it all my life. But I was a zombie, in the blind, in the dark, ignorant, no knowledge. Nobody around me to teach me the knowledge. Black History Month didn't teach me because they don't know. You think the enemy is going to let these real black history knowledge get put on TV for Black History Month? Real knowledge? Nah. They're going to show you that same 5-minute reel, Martin Luther King speaking at the White House, Selma, Alabama, then he gets shot. Pretty much that's all he did. I'm not talking bad about him, just letting it be known. He had good intentions, but you can't change. A black man can never change nothing in America. Never. They know it. That's why they let Martin Luther King run around with "I have a dream." They looking at it like, I let the nigga run around. Threat can't change nothing. Just keep the niggas in line. That's what we need them to do. Now we got Obama. Everybody, y'all know the people be fainting and falling out of it, just crying and just at his speeches. He a president. What is he saying? What is he doing to make us so happy and want to fall out? You under mind control. Obama took hypnosis classes. When Obama says, "Yes, we can," the subliminal message in that is, "Thank you, Satan." That's why his campaign slogan was, "Yes, we can." That was purposely done. So when y'all out there cheering, "Yes, we can," "Yes, we can," you saying, "Thank you, Satan." These people will force you to serve Satan as long as you continue to be under mind control and not get some type of sense of acknowledgement of what's going on around you in this world and what's been going on throughout history. Man, I suggest all of y'all focus on this gun control. Like I said, I'm trying to stay on one subject, but like I said, the computer chip. But also, you got to put 2 and 2 together. How you gonna protect yourself and your family from being forced to get a computer chip? You gotta arm up. But how can you arm up if they didn't took it? I don't want to make this video too long. You dig what I'm saying? I'm making like 25 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So people won't get tired of just sitting there listening to me talk. But I'm gonna be on here a lot. Like I said, the video is gonna get better and more in-depth information to be able to be given, because I haven't, when you catch me on the spot, I give you boom, boom. But, I want to be able to write, take notes, and just stick like I'm doing today, just stay on one subject. So I won't be rambling off, and you won't. Some people won't get it because I'm talking about too much stuff. Okay, so I hope I got my point across today about Operation Gun Grab. So just understand, from now on, when you see these school shootings on the news, I mean, after a while, even if you didn't know nothing about what I'm talking about, after a while, you got to wake up and like, wait a minute now. Another shooting. How long have Latinos and blacks been shooting each other? How long have gangbangers been shooting each other and innocent bystanders for centuries? They ain't never had not one meeting about a gun control, about a gun law. Think about it. Because they didn't care. It didn't matter. That was part of their agenda, was for us to be killed. Also, we killing ourselves off, so they just put that in the dark, shun that to the back. We're going to let that ride, let them keep doing that, because they kind of saving us a little work from having to, infect them with AIDS, more AIDS and cancer, and, send them to the military to be killed, or they killing themselves. So we're going to let them make it. So, think about it. You got to think about stuff like that. It's a lot of things you need to think about. We so quick to take what's told to us and we run with it. They told you an airplane hit the Pentagon, you believe it. That's the society we live in. A land of zombies who can't think for themselves. What you eat is all of that's being controlled and tampered with. And when you hear the word secret society, see, their secrets are finna be they're known now by many, but they finna let it be known. We hate y'all, we evil, we finna kill y'all, we finna enslave y'all. We've been planning this since the beginning of time. We done kept y'all focused on being rich and having Bugattis and being in movies and reality shows and being gay and having sex and buying rims and going to the club and believing in aliens and who Brad Pitt screwing and what Oprah and Stedman doing. That's what they keep y'all focused on. While they behind you doing all this stuff behind your back. You know what I'm saying? Gonna let this go down. But like I said, y'all gonna be hearing from me. Love y'all back home. I hope everybody started waking up and getting this and see, we got division in our family, so we got to get past that first. How y'all gonna let the enemy divide us up so when he come, he can conquer us? Y'all better wake up, man. Love y'all.